So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Yifan Yuan. I'm an assistant professor from the University of Maryland School of Medicine and a moderator for today's industry partnership webinar, which is sponsored by the ATI's the Pulmonary Circulation Assembly Early Career Working Group. I'm working with my co-moderator, Dr. Navneet Sai. Navneet, do you want to say something?
Sure. Thank you, Yifan. Thanks for everyone for being here. Really excited for this session. I'm an assistant professor of medicine at Brown University, physician scientist in pulmonary vascular disease, and looking forward to chatting with you all.
Our session will be focused on two parts. The first part is a partnership with industry to accelerate your research. And the second part is making the transition from academics to industry. We'll spend the first 40 minutes for the panelists to answer our questions, and the rest of 20 minutes or so will be open to the audience. If you want to ask the question, please use the Q&A box, or if you'd like, you can unmute yourself and ask the panelists directly. So please welcome today's panelists, Dr. Melissa Simon from Brown University, Dr. Mehmet Bro from Humacyte. So we will first let you guys introduce yourself and we will start our questions. So Melissa.
Great. Well, thank you so much for having me. So my name is Melissa Simon, and I'm a Director of Business Development with Brown University's Technology Transfer Office. So in my role at the university, responsible for helping researchers translate their research out of the university to either form startups or to collaborate with industry to help take their research forward. And then we also manage industry collaboration. So industry that wants to work with the university in some type of research collaboration form. Not sure how far you want me to go back with my background, but I've been at Brown for...
Good.
Oh, just stop there? Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Thanks.
We have a lot of questions to ask you.
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, Mehmet.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So I'm a principal scientist at Humacyte, and I'm the biovascular pancreas lead. Humacyte is a regenerative medicine company, so it's making tissue engineered blood vessels, and I'm working on a early stage project where we use these engineered blood vessels as a cell delivery platform, specifically deliver pancreatic islets to the patients and solve the hypoxia problem. So I am pretty much still working as a researcher. So I'm trying to solve problems, invent solutions. Although I'm at a company, I'm not very different than a postdoc at the academia.
Okay, thank you so much, Mehmet.
Welcome.
So we'll first start with discussing the partnership with the industry. So the first question is, what are some effective strategy for scientists, especially basic scientists, to partner with industry for investigator-initiated research?
I think the first thing is obviously you need to figure out what you can offer from your research to industry and what that collaboration would look like, and how do you make it a win-win for both sides? Because particularly when you're in an academic setting, or a hospital setting, we're not work for hire. So many companies can go out and hire a contract research organization to do particular work, but universities have an academic mission to publish and train students and what have you. So it's figuring out how you can come up with the right type of collaboration to ensure that it's a win-win across the board. So I think that's the biggest thing, is taking a look at what your research expertise is and what your lab's expertise is, and trying to come up with what your potential offerings could be. And a great way to have some of those preliminary conversations is when you go to conferences and you present presentations or posters, is getting the feedback from any industry representatives that come back and, that come by, can give you some feedback on, what kind of direction that can be. So I could probably keep going, but I'll pause there as a
Yeah,
start.
I was going to say the similar things. I think the expertise and finding the correct collaborator is very important. When I was in academia, I never partnered with companies, but when I was in company, right now we are partnering with universities, and when we are doing this, Of course, networking is very important, and we want to work with the experts in the field. For example, we have a cell delivery platform, but we don't have expertise to test that platform in the correct animal model, disease model. So we go to the experts in the field who are, doing this work for years so that we can collaborate with them. Or again, we want to do a clinical trial in the future with this uh, platform. So we go to transplant surgeons in universities so that they can help us to test our platform. Also, as Melissa mentioned, contract research organizations are very expensive. Maybe, enterprise companies, the big pharma companies can afford them, but for the middle-sized, small-sized companies like us, we always prefer university facilities because vivariums are cheaper, the animal housing is cheaper. Always using the university resources is much cheaper, affordable for us. So finding the expertise, the niche collaborator is very important. So if I was in academic and if I was looking for industrial partnership, I would search for companies who needs my expertise to test their drug or their platform, and by looking at my PI's lab expertise, how can I be a good fit for a collaboration, that looking for that type of opportunities can be helpful.